Good morning, Mandy.
Good morning, Keith.
We're going to do another little segment for y'all. Today's topic is going to be non-disclosure agreements, NDAs. That's something that has been on everybody's mind and has been discussed a lot, especially when it concerns data centers and carbon capture and sequestration projects.
Correct. At the July 6th police jury meeting, the DA issued a proposed policy that gives guidelines on who can sign an NDA and under what circumstances an NDA can be signed and what information can actually be kept from the public view. It's not as much as you think it is.
Right, exactly. A lot of officials in other places have used NDAs and chosen not to discuss absolutely anything, and an NDA doesn't shield you that much or to that degree. And most tax-paying voting citizens don't like the idea of our elected officials who are elected by us, who are paid by us, signing a non-disclosure agreement to keep things secret from us, the taxpaying public, especially at the benefit of a huge private corporation.
Correct. Or the benefit of the person signing the NDA.
Absolutely. Yes.
So this pertains to ongoing economic negotiations that can be temporarily out of the public eye. And the policy identifies who may make that call, what paperwork is required, what the public must be told, and when everything becomes public again. And the right of access to public records by us, the voters, is always favored if there's any doubt if it falls under the confidential agreement.
Yeah, you're talking about that what people like to refer to as the gray area. Well, if there's a gray area, you know what? It goes in favor of the public's right to know.
Correct. So the question is, when do negotiations begin?
And that's an important thing you're about to bring up, Mandy, is there is a process that they have to go through. A public official or a private individual, when you're dealing with something pertaining to the public,
right,
a public entity, let's say in this case the police jury, you can't just decide, oh, we're going to enter into an NDA, have your discussion, end of process. There is a process you have to go through.
Right. So if a corporation wants to discuss some kind of economic development, a proposed industrial site, or even just a grocery store, and they don't want anybody to know about it, before they can have any discussion and assume that there's going to be an NDA, they have to make a request in writing to the police jury.
Right, exactly.
Explaining what they want and why they want it to be confidential.
Yes.
So.
And y'all, that's the important first step there.
Right. Then the police jury has to discuss it and vote on it, correct?
Right. To the best of my understanding, yes.
Right. And they can't completely keep it secret, because if there is a company that wants to come in and lay down a pipeline, they have to disclose that it's a pipeline company.
Right.
And that it's going to be in Allen Parish. That's the minimum thing they have to disclose, right?
Yes. They don't have to disclose. They don't have to disclose the name of the company. They don't have to disclose the exact location.
Right.
But they do need to provide some general information.
Right. Like the confidential part would be that XYZ pipeline company is making a request and the location runs along Highway 190. That, the way I understand it, could be undisclosed.
Right, right.
But the public will know that there's a pipeline company coming in and they want to run a pipeline in somewhere in Allen Parish. So that's my understanding of the policy. It seemed like there was a couple of police jurors that were real concerned about the details of understanding this part of it.
Right, yeah.
Was that your
yeah,
take?
Yeah, is that the NDA is not all encompassing, that you can just keep everything a secret from the
Right.
public.
And never is it okay for one police juror to discuss policy or economic development with a company.
That is so true. I mean, one individual police juror may have some discussions with a particular company, but according to what I understand, this has to be, they have to inform the whole jury, and this decision to sign or not sign an NDA has to be before the whole police jury.
Right, a public meeting.
Right.
So, and licenses and permit applications are always public. There's under no circumstances that I saw in what this policy gave us, is there any permits or applications that are not public.
Right, right.
So
right.
if you want to see one, I think you just submit a request for public records.
Right.
And they'll give that. So when do negotiations begin? When they receive a request for information concerning the project and they want an NDA. They have to put it in writing and give the reason why they want it. And then it has to be voted on in public. And the negotiation is no longer active when the police jury decides, or if the police jury decides not to pursue the project.
Right, or the company.
Or the company decides they no longer want to pursue this.
Right.
So, whichever of these happens first. But we, the public, should always have a say and should always be represented in these decisions.
Well, that's a given. You know, the police jury is elected by the people of Allen Parish to represent them, and I think it's important to remember that they are to represent us, that we didn't elect them and pay them to hold office to represent, have a company, one company's interest above the interest of the residents of the parish.
Right. Even if a police juror highly favors a project,
Right.
it doesn't matter what his personal feelings are. He's got to represent his voters. And if the majority of his voters do not want to pursue this, then he should decline.
Right.
And
that's a given.
Because that's part of their oath of office.
Right.
And anything that is signed without going through the proper channels and adhering to the policy, I would think it would not be binding.
I'm not a lawyer, but I would think that if you didn't go and adhere to the policies and procedures and the law, that if you did this thing and didn't follow the procedures, is that it has no merit.
Right. And the actual policy that was submitted is on the Allen Parish Police Jury website. So you can go there and read it, and it actually refers to the laws that pertain to all this. And I think the basic one is the Louisiana Revised Statute 4422.2, which is Acts 2024 number 618. So there's other laws that are referred to in that policy. And I'm not a lawyer, so I didn't go through each one of them. But anyway, you can read that print it out and kind of draw your own conclusions about that. So, and this policy will be voted on by the jurors on the next meeting. For a point of, just to give information out there, from August the 18th to the 20th, the Allen Parish School Board is hosting a free CDL training class. And you can contact the school board to register or to inquire about it. And let's not forget about the Oberlin's Farmers Market on Wednesdays from 9 to 1. And another bit of information, in the first few days of August, I think it might be 4th, 5th, and 6th, those are the qualifying days to run for offices for the November election.
For the November election, so that's coming up fairly shortly.
So if you want to run for office, make up your mind.
Make up your mind and get there, get to the courthouse. And and like Mindy said, if maybe you're interested in becoming a bus driver in the parish of Allen, this is your first class opportunity to take that first step.
Right. Thank you for your feedback on the last session. We're just getting started. Yeah. We did not intend to dress alike, and
and it's not Halloween yet.
Yeah, but we enjoy your comments and hopefully get more feedback so we can gear these sessions to you,
toward your interest, and hopefully we'll get a little bit better at them as we go.
Yes, that's a must.
Thank
you.